Hello guys, welcome back. Hope you all had a great weekend, and today we're going to discuss BTC and Ethereum price actions. Starting from a monthly time frame, which we do not cover so often, we're going to be looking at briefly the levels on the monthly time frame. As you can see, after this 3 month bear candles, the red candles, we closed the last month candle with this beautiful bullish engulfing candle. However, the monthly is very healthy and bullish as long as we're going to be staying above $33,000, ideally $34,000. Then we might see it under higher time frame at consolidation, and maybe we will continue to see the bullish market. However, in order to analyze that, we need to look into a lower time frames, a weekly time frame. Before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the contents, do not forget to like the video, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. The weekly time frame, as you can see, we've got nice and beautiful green candle in the last 2 weeks after we had this bullish engulfing candles. And as I keep repeating, in the last 2 months, as long as we're going to be staying above the important level on the weekly time frame, $37,000, we will see a further consolidation on the lower time frame, and highly likely, as long as we're going to be breaking the resistance, the above us, those resistance levels, and we are good to go, claim it as a support, then continuation of the bull market. However, this consolidation may take some time. Moving on to a daily time frame. If we're going to look at the daily time frame, as soon as we broke and held the resistance levels, that was around 33,500, and the next one was $35,000, and daily time frame started moving towards the upside. Having said that, at the same time, daily time frame heavily under the bear's control, and you might think that this is a double bottom scenario, and then as a result we might see, as soon as we broke the level of $35,000, because we've got a double bottom scenario in here, and then the price action started moving towards the upside. So I don't need to repeat about these support 1, 2 and a resistance 1 and 2, and as well as we had a $45,000 to $50,000 to resistance number 3. Slightly changed on the resistance number 3. I may update in the coming videos. However, as you can see, we reached to the target, to the upper line of this resistance number 2. However, the profit taking zone was around 40,500, 41,000 level, as well as that was confluence, the lower line of this resistance number 2. At the same time, we had a confluence with the high time frame Fibonacci levels. As you see, this 382 is a mirror image of this 618. Right now, we're getting a rejection from this 382, which was 40,300 level. Daily time frame is heavily under the bear's control. 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, the strong bullish signal came right before we broke the 34,000, ideally 33,500 level. And as I mentioned, this consolidation may take 48 to 72 hours. So this consolidation, as you can see, which I covered in the last video, it took 1 day, 20 hours. So as soon as we broke that level, we have already gained nearly 20%. The profit taking zone, I'm calculating from the lower line or midline of this. As you saw in the daily time frame, high time frame Fibonacci was also there. In the last video, however, we were expecting a pullback all the way down to the resistance number 1. And as you can see, we didn't get the full pullback, and then price action went all the way up to the resistance number 2. If you took it this signal, as soon as we broke on the lower time frame, the support number 2, all the way to this target level of around 40,500, $41,000, you've been already up by spot profit over 30%. So at the moment that we are seeing a rejection kind of on the lower time frame, we may see a double top scenario. As long as we're going to be below lower line of this support number 1, the price action highly likely will come to the resistance number 1. However, in the next 48 hours, if we're going to enter into this resistance number 1 or losing this resistance number 1, 4-hour will start giving us a consolidation signal. However, it is too early for us to talk about it. 4-hour time frame quite healthy and under the bull's control. If you want to learn all these technical analysis what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense mentorship is available. It takes 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the masterclass, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, as soon as we broke the 32,500 especially with this green candle 2-hour time frame provided a long signal, and still time frame is under the bull's control. However, if we're going to lose in the next 12 hours, the lower line of this resistance number 1 2-hour time frame will start going into the consolidation zone. And as I said, the early bullish signal has been provided below the support number 1. If one took this signal from the lower line of this support number 1, that you've been already up by nearly 25% spot profit. However, 2-hour time frame still healthy and bullish. We might see a further consolidation in the market under a lower time frames. 1-hour time frame. Under 1-hour time frame, the bullish signal has been provided as soon as we broke the upper line of this support number 1. Since then, number of rejections from the lower line as a result of the higher time frame. The 2-hour and 4-hour time frame didn't allow actually to go in the first try, so we got rejection, couple of rejection, and as you can see, 1-hour time frame moved towards the upside. So from the breaking of this 30,800 level, under 1-hour time frame, 30% plus 32% spot profit. At the moment, 1-hour time frame started fainting from the consolidation zone. If we cannot manage in the coming hours 40,000 level, ideally 40,000 to 300 levels, then 1-hour time frame will be going to the bear zone, and that will be a consolidation under 2 and maybe 4-hour time frames. After this consolidation, highly likely the price action will reach 45,000 plus. I don't want to cover the bearish scenario as long as we're going to be holding this resistance number 1. If there is a major change towards the downside, I'm going to update in the next video or via Twitter account. You can follow for market and instant updates via Twitter at @the_magnate. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum under daily time frame, as soon as we lost the lower line of this resistance number 1 after the third test, that is, you can see first test, second test, and then third one, we went towards the south. And the double bottom structure you can see clearly under Ethereum. We went all the way up to the 2,400, 500 level, as you remember how it played out in the previous lead, and then we came in the last video, we were around in support number 1 when I covered the Ethereum in the last video, and I said highly likely this support number 1, the upper line of this support number 1, 1725 supposed to hold. And as you can see, the lowest level that we came, $1706, $19 difference that we came, and then we hold this level. And the price target was all the way in the first place, resistance number 1. Claim this resistance under a lower time frames, mid time frame as a support, and then highly likely, as I said, we're going to reach to the resistance number 1. Now we've been following this support number 1, support number 2, as well as these resistance number 4 resistance lines we've been following in the last 2 months. So at the moment, Ethereum, even with this pump, we are still under the bear's control. On the daily time frame, as long as we're going to be holding this resistance, maximum pain might reach towards the 2000, but I will keep an eye on to this resistance line. If we're going to hold this resistance, further consolidation, and then the next target going to be $2,900 and $3,000. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. In 4-hour time frame, you can see clearly how the levels played out. Week to week rejections right from the $17.25. As soon as we got slight wick down below, and then couple of candles, as you can see, these are confirmation candles. Since then, once we broke the 2000 level, which is very important level of the Fibonacci at the same time, since then we moved towards the upside. So as soon as we hold this level 1725, we've been targeting the resistance number 1. That has been provided already for us 46%, 45% plus spot profit. And if you're a leverage trader with a decent size of the leverage, 10 times 460% profit, and 5 times that would be 230% profit. So at the moment, 4-hour is heavily under the bull's control. As soon as we're going to be holding in the 72-hour plus this resistance line, and then we're ready to go towards the 3000 level. Losing this resistance number 3, which is too early for us to talk about it, then I'll be watching this 2000 level. In this episode, I'm not going to cover 1-hour and 2-hour time frames. I'll be keep an eye on to this resistance lines, which is $2,200 and $2,280. As long as we're going to be holding this level, we'll see a further consolidation, then we are good to go towards the 3000 level. Otherwise, as I mentioned, 2000 level will be the key level. 1-hour time frame, 2-hour, 4-hour time frame is heavily under the bull's control. We did cover bullish and bearish scenario, and we came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.